The tale kicks off by introducing us to Tony, a guy employed at a coffin shop. While sorting out the crates one day, along comes Mia, a woman in distress. Mia, wearing a sorrowful expression, arrives to purchase a coffin for her recently departed mother. With empathy, Tony assists Mia in selecting an appropriate crate. Following that, Tony proceeds to deliver the crate to Mia's residence. At Mia's home, Tony encounters Roy, Mia's husband, who earns a living as a meat and rice seller. The following day, while assisting her husband at their meat rice stall, Mia looked absolutely stunning. Her genuine eyes and captivating smile leave customers enchanted, especially the male customers frequenting the stall. Mia's beauty emanates not just from her face, but also from her warm heart. Unfortunately, this sparked jealousy in Roy. He began worrying that customers were paying more attention to Mia than the meat rice he was selling. In the evening, Roy tries to overcome his jealousy by inviting Mia to play billiards. Despite his best efforts, Roy appeared weak during the game, and Mia felt somewhat let down as her hope of enjoying time with her husband was not fulfilled. A few days later, when Tony visited Roy's meat rice stall, he encountered Mia. They began chatting casually and got into an interesting conversation. Witnessing them talk again, Roy felt a pang of jealousy, thinking that Tony might be more captivating to Mia than he was. In the evening, Roy spoke to Mia, and without realizing it, the lingering jealousy led him to scold Mia over her conversation with Tony. Unfortunately, what was supposed to be an opportunity to express his feelings turned into an intense argument. This eventually leads to conflicts that shouldn't have happened, causing their relationship to deteriorate further. The next day, Mia went to deliver an order of rice from Tony. As Mia was about to leave, Tony, sensitive to Mia's bruised leg, immediately inquired about what had happened. Mia fell silent for a moment, feeling confused about how to explain this complicated situation, but seeing Tony's kindness, Mia finally mustered the courage to speak. With empathy, Tony massaged her leg and provided medicine to alleviate the pain. Sometime later, Mia returned to see Tony, believing that Tony was someone she could confide in. Mia shared about her past and unveiled the reason why she became Roy's wife. Mia explained that she used to be a joyful pancake seller, but fate took a different turn when she played billiards in a hotel. It was there that she caught the attention of Roy's friend named Alan, who was captivated by her skills while playing pool with his customers. Alan then requested Mia's phone number, which eventually made its way to Roy. Roy then reached out to Mia, expressing his desire to play billiards with her. Mia agreed, and they played billiards together. After finishing the game, Mia decided to discuss the situation with Roy. Mia explained that a portion of her earnings had to be given to her boss. With deep feelings for Mia, Roy requested to meet with her boss. During the meeting, Roy pleaded with Mia's boss for the opportunity to resign from her job then and there. In the negotiation, Roy also offered a ransom to secure Mia's release. Mia is finally liberated from the burdensome job, and she decides to live with Roy as his wife. They embark on a new chapter in their lives, blending Mia's past stories and experiences with the hope and love they share together. After Mia finished recounting her past story to Tony, she went home with a sense of relief, having shared her personal journey with someone as kind as Tony. Upon Mia's arrival home, Roy immediately scolded her and even resorted to an act of violence because she had been gone all day. However, Roy, eager to play billiards, immediately shifted his focus and asked Mia to open the net as wide as possible. After finishing their game of billiards, Mia went to Tony's house and disclosed that her husband had committed another act of domestic violence. Tony felt angry and upset as Mia continued to endure her husband's abusive behavior. To console Mia and redirect her feelings, Tony invited her to play billiards. Mia eventually had to acknowledge Tony's skill in playing billiards as Tony managed to outshine her in the game. One day, Mia confided in Tony, expressing that life with Roy was becoming unbearable. The two devised a plan to free Mia from Roy's pressure and harsh treatment. Eventually, they succeeded in overcoming this problem, successfully removing Roy from Mia's life. Following this triumph, they celebrated their newfound happiness by playing billiards again, shedding all the burdens they had experienced before. The next day, when Tony was at the shop, he was approached by a beautiful woman named Jenny. The two engaged in a conversation about the coffins sold by Tony. Upon seeing the meeting, Mia quickly inquired about Jenny from Tony. Tony honestly explained that Jenny only came to buy a coffin. Mia firmly reminded Tony not to attempt to deceive her. One morning, Mia manages her business independently and earns profits by selling beef rice, where the meat comes from unconventional sources. A few days later, Jenny returned to Tony's shop, and they decided to go out to eat together. Their relationship is getting closer day by day. They are spending more time together, enjoying beautiful moments, and even organizing their own billiard games. On the other hand, Alan approached Mia to discuss Roy. Alan informed Mia that he knew she had removed Roy from her life, and was also aware of Mia's relationship with Tony. Alan stated that he wouldn't expose Mia's secret if she agreed to fulfill his request. He asked Mia to play billiards with him, and feeling cornered, Mia finally agreed to Alan's request. They began playing billiards, while Alan secretly recorded their activities. In the middle of the game, Mia cleverly seized the opportunity when Alan was caught off guard. She managed to get rid of Alan, subjecting him to a fate similar to that of Roy. Then, one day, Mia accidentally saw Tony with Jenny. Mia was furious when they met, feeling that Tony had lied to her. Subsequently, Tony accidentally found Alan's cell phone and brought it home upon opening the cell phone. Tony and Jenny discovered a video of Mia playing billiards with Alan. Tony then visited Mia's house to ask about the video he had seen. After some heated arguments, Mia finally parted ways with Tony. Jenny, who caught up with Tony, experienced a similar fate and had to be dealt with by Mia, bringing the movie to a close.